Hi everyone, it's Amy Caroline again. Welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to my channel. So today is May the 6th. Today is May the 6th and we are honoring those we are honoring those who were on the blimp and the airship the Hindenburg on May 6, 1937. So today is the anniversary of the Hindenburg, Today is the anniversary of the Hindenburg. And here are some video footages and some pictures of the Hindenburg right here. Here's some video footages and some photos of the Hindenburg. There's the Hindenburg blowing up right there. And there's the Hindenburg. There's the Hindenburg right there again. And here's the Hindenburg. And here's the Hindenburg. And here's the Hindenburg. Here's the Hindenburg right here. And here's the Hindenburg right here, and here's the Hindenburg, and right here, here's the Hindenburg, and right here is the documentary. Right here is the documentary about the Hindenburg. It says Hindenburg, Titanic of the skies. Hindenburg, Titanic of the skies. Hindenburg, Titanic of the skies is the documentary. And here many years ago, the LZ-29 Hindenburg, the LZ-29 blimp and airship Hindenburg took off and flew from Germany, and its destination was Lakehurst, New Jersey. And 97 people were on board the ship. 97 people were on board the ship of the Hindenburg, and they took off from Frankfurt, Germany, and like I said, its destination was Lakehurst, New Jersey. And when it got to Lakehurst, New Jersey, they were not sure. They were not sure what caused the fire. So they did some investigations. They did a testimony. They did an investigation. And they were not sure what caused the fire. They were not sure what caused the fire. Now the man that built the Hindenburg, the man who built the Hindenburg, his name was Dr. Hugo Egner. His name was Dr. Hugo Egner. He built the Hindenburg. Dr. Hugo Egner built the Hindenburg, and the other man who was in charge of guiding the Hindenburg in, was Commander Rosendahl. Commander Rosendahl Um, um, he was in charge of guiding the Hindenburg in, and his wife Jean was with him that day, that day on the airfield, on the air base and the airfield. His wife Jean was with him that day on the airfield and the air base and the airfield to meet and greet the officers of the ship. Anyway, and the captain of the ship, his name was Captain Max Pruss. Captain Max Pruss. Captain Max Pruss was the captain of the Hindenburg. Captain Max Pruss was the captain of the Hindenburg, and his his um his his um his 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 officers was Captain Ernst Lehman and Captain Samt. Captain Samt was the first officer. And Captain Ernst Lehman was, I think, the either third officer or the something officer. I don't know about him. But Captain Ernst Lehman and Captain Samt Captain Samt was the first officer. Captain Samt was the first officer on the ship. Captain Max Pruss survived. Captain Samt survived, but Captain Lehman died. Captain Lehman died of severe injuries and a severe burn and stuff like that after the ship crashed. So anyway. And 35 or 36 people died in the crash. 35 people died in the crash. And some of them survived, but 35 people died. And the last survivor of the Hindenburg died at age 90. The cabin boy who was 14 years old. His name was Werner Franz. And he died at the age of 90. But he was on the Hindenburg. And he was a cabin boy and a server, and he was 14 years old. He was 14 years old at the time when the Hindenburg crashed, and he was on the Hindenburg. And he was 14 years old, and he survived the Hindenburg. After it crashed. He survived the Hindenburg after it crashed. He survived the Hindenburg after it crashed. So anyway, And I also wanted to let you guys know. I also I I also wanted to let you guys know my grandparents, my grandparents were graduating high school at the time. My grandparents, they were teenagers at the time by the time the Hindenburg crashed and took off for New Jersey and stuff like that. My grandparents were around at the time. My my grandparents were around at the time. My grandparents were around at the time of when the Hindenburg crashed, and they were graduating high school at the time. So they were around. They were around when the Hindenburg was. So yeah, my grandparents were around when the Hindenburg was. Back in 1937 and 1936 and stuff like that. So I think about them all the time. I think about my grandparents all the time when I hear about the Hindenburg. So yeah. Anyway. My grandparents were graduating high school and they were just teenagers. My grandparents were just teenagers. And they were graduating high school by the time the Hindenburg took off and blew up and stuff like that. And when the Hindenburg was around, they were in high school at the time and they were graduating and stuff like that. So my grandparents were around at the time when the Hindenburg was, and that's amazing. Today we are honoring those who were on the Hindenburg and who died on the Hindenburg. We are honoring them in their memories. Excuse me. We are honoring them in their memories. And we are honoring them in their memories, and we're remembering them. We're remembering them, and we are honoring them in their memories, and stuff like that. So please take this time and have a moment of silence. Please take this time and remember those and honor them in their memories who lived and died on the Hindenburg right now and today. So starting right now, let's have a moment of silence, okay? All right? Okay. Moment of silence is officially agreed right now. And also put some pictures on Facebook about the Hindenburg. Put some pictures on Facebook about the Hindenburg. And if you want to do a video on YouTube about the Hindenburg and talk about the anniversary of the Hindenburg, you are more than welcome to. So please remember, please remember and honor them in their memory, please please honor them in their memory. And if you want to make a video about the Hindenburg on YouTube, you are more than welcome to do that, like I am, like I did, like I am. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have fun with the Hindenburg. Have fun with the Hindenburg. And please remember, today is the today is May 6th. It crashed on May 6th. Today is May 6th, and today is the anniversary of the Hindenburg. And give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe and ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. And I will see you guys later for my next video and my next vlog. Okay. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye.